America is built on pride and prejudice. Point blank. I'm not down. We grew up in it. We live in it. That's the reality.
You said it-
But that's what
you said it's built on pride and prejudice.
pride and prejudice. Because
No in between.
no. I'm going to break it down. No in between.
Mm,
All right. And I'm not knocking it because, like I said, if you can get yours, I'm not mad at you. I'm like this.
mm,
When you come in, all right. You took an indigenous people, and what did you do to the indigenous people?
mm.
You say, you know what? I understand y'all want to live here and there and so forth because they taught slavery. But I said the biggest injustice was to the indigenous people of this country
Mm.
because they lived freely and roamed freely, and then someone decided to come and say, no, this is ours. That's like somebody coming to your house and knocking on your door and say, you know what? It's mine now. You know
Mm.
what? I'm going to give you that room in the back, and that's yours. You know. But hey, that's what the
So they're
reservation
gonna
is.
come. They're gonna come into your house and say, "I'm gonna give you that room back there."
Yeah, but
Maybe I may give you
maybe
that.
yeah, that is what that's what a reservation is. I don't want to dress it up on that one. But the flip side of that too
Mm.
is that and then that and I say the pride and prejudice is that you know what, you're different than me and I'm going to show you why you're different than me.
Damn.
Okay,
Mm.
hey, I keep it now with that part. That's keeping it real
Mm.
without sugarcoating it. And
No,
I like I said, I'm just talking about the what America is based on.
you
I'm
said
talking about
You said
it
based
based
foundation.
on
Yeah.
the foundation,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah.
And people and sometimes people get upset when they
Well, let
see,
him get upset because you talking facts. Go ahead, preach, brother.
yeah. But I'm like this is that yeah, you may see some calm and so forth,
Mm.
but every now and again
Yeah.
you'll see that ugliness rise up to the top. You know, what's that, that purification of metal or whatever, and the whatever the rises to the top to skim it off. You're going to see that because that's the foundation, and I don't care how anybody want to
Well,
dress up,
I
you
love it.
know.
I
And
love it. I
and
love it.
and, and I, like I said, I don't get political with people.
Mm.
I say this is America,
Mm.
and then with living in America,
Mm.
this is what you need to know. What are the rules for living in America? If you're black, if you're white, if you're Hispanic, if you're Chinese, whatever. What you have to know, like when you play that board game Monopoly, you know how to you learn that game. You learn what where you want to land and what you don't want to do, where you don't want to spend your little play money or whatever. But I'm like this is that uh and like I said, I get emotional when I hear about it because I didn't learn about this until within the past 10 years, bro. I learned about it. Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
That and,
Yeah.
and I'm like this is that if you were shown that that part of America
Mm.
growing up as a kid,
Mm.
that gave you inspiration. Is that, you know what?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yep, you don't have to. This is not settling.
No.
You can, this is how you do it.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Was
But
that your first time seeing that recently?
I said within the past 10 years. No, I know I heard about it. I had to. I'm a reader, so I read about it. So I
Yeah.
didn't look no. And
Oh yeah,
so
it's deep.
and
Oh yeah, oh it's deep.
yeah, and then but the sad part about it, it's not the first story like that of an accusation on call it, whether it's true or not, an accusation, and then it's taken out on the populace.
But see, it's back to what you said about pride and prejudice, though. That's
Mhm.
that's a case in point right there. What you're talking about.
Yep, and then that's it. I said,
Yeah.
but that's America though, I'm not beating it up because
No,
we
no, no, no,
born
no,
and grew up
You're
here.
not beating it up. You're just stating facts, young man. That's all
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
doing.
I mean,
I
you know,
mean,
so that's it.
you're not
Yeah,
speaking. You're not speaking from a lie. All you're doing,
yeah,
you're being a narrator of our country.
yeah. I mean, that's it.
It's right there in the
But
book. It's in the books.
yeah, and no, and now I'm gonna go full circle back to the music piece.
Mm,
That's why I kind of get annoyed. I mean,
mm,
with some of the stuff that's out there today, I'm not gonna. I'm like, you make $1, I'm happy for you. But basically, no depth. I'm not beating up all the music out there, but a lot of music, the mainstream, okay, heavy rotation, no depth of whatsoever. But that's how commercialism works. Like I said, low investment, high return. This is what's selling. Let's feed the masses
Well,
this stuff.
well, kind
You know.
sir, I told you was talking to me yesterday about talking to me ahead of time. I said, nope, nope.
Mhm.
I want to talk to you just like this. Now, I think you see
Right.
my point now.
I got you.
My brother, let me tell you, I'm going to have you back on the show because you are a treat. The feature of the, because we're going to get deep in this, and let me explain something to you before we talk about the greatest band ever, who is awesome. Because we're going to fast forward to this one.
Uh-huh.
Check this out. Wow. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, what? I kind of got lost in thought.
Sorry to feed you a lot, bro. Go ahead.
No, man, because oh, I know what I want to tell you. After Six Productions, you and Doug Ramsey. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I want, from the Funk Lounge Theater, I'm going to be doing shows in hey man, Washington D.C. Give me that place, St. George. Help me out, Dan. There's a place that I want to check out. They told me some musicians told me to check out a place, because I want to get a small event center and do something.
Let's see, down on U Street,
Yeah, what's the name of the
down in
what's
DC.
the name of the town that was called St. George? Help me.
Are you? I know you're not talking about old Georgetown.
No, it's,
Uh,
I'll think about it. But
yeah.
I want to bring the Funk Lounge Theater live show. I'm going to give this
Uh,
show 6 months to build, and I want to
uh,
circulate around Virginia. I want professional women to come to these shows. I'm gonna explain something to you in a minute. I want
all right.
professional women to come to these shows. Women between 40 and 60.
Mm-hmm.
Professional women, and if you have young boys, I'm going to do an event for young boys. I'm going to do for boys between 12 to 18. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
do an event for them. I'm going to speak more about that. It's called Hanging with Men. I have a program that I want to get young black boys who don't have no male figures, and I want to get them. I want to take them to the opera, listen to violins.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to listen to other kinds of music, and they're going to pull their
Mm-hmm.
pants up. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
now that's what I'm doing as a grown man, because I'm tired. I'm saying this to
Right.
you, kind sir, because I'm saying this since you are a musician. I also would like you and Doug, when I do these live performances, I want you to perform nice music. I want you to create new tunes for young people. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
brainwash young people into listening to nice tunes, so I can get them out of that Section 8, belly to the pavement, ass to the back music, with women looking like Rick Ross and looking like Lil Wayne and got attitudes
Mm-hmm.
and thinking they cute. I want to bring
Mm-hmm.
cuteness back, and I want to bring class back. I'm not here to change the world. I'm not. I tell people I can't take care of the world, but I can take care of the block.
Right. I
I'm
hear
not
you.
Superman. I'm not here, but I just, hey, I'm sorry, Dan. I just want to do my part. That's all I want to do. If you like what I'm
Mm-hmm.
putting down, come to the show, because
Mm-hmm.
me being an artist and me being a funk prophet in the purest form, I walk in the key of music.
Mm-hmm.
I see, and you know what I'm talking about, because you do too. It takes one to know one. You know exactly what I'm talking
Right.
about. I'm gonna say we
Mm-hmm.
walk in music, and I see things. And we right
Mm-hmm.
now we are on a negative groove, we are on a bad frequency. We are on a bad frequency. We got to bring some Quincy Jones kind of, George Duke, Marcus Miller kind of, Doug
Uh-huh.
Ramsey, a
Uh-huh.
Dan McCollum kind of groove, a
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, but you know what? I know people. I'm not. I'm gonna say that it's not. I'm not talking about mainstream, but people of all ages desire that music,
Mm,
because if you ever visit YouTube, especially, and you listen to some of the songs from back in the day, like what Russ, I'll put it that way, you know, and you'll hear comments from young people. Man, I wish they had music like that for me today, you know, or they wish they grew up listening to music like this. And so it's there, but again, it's what you're being force fed. I'll
mm,
put it that way.
mm.
I mean, like I said, if you, and that's capitalism at its finest. You're being force fed it, and so that's all you know. It's like, if all you know is a hamburger, and you never had a steak, you know, that's all you're gonna want.
Yes, sir.
I mean, hey, call it for what it is, So but I hear you. I hear you. Um, all it takes is a pebble in the pond to make that ripple effect. I'll put it
Thank you,
that way.
bro. Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you, sir.
yeah.
Thank you. Got
Mm-hmm.
a great analogy. A great analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, man. I think the year was 1977
Uh-huh.
when I heard what's that? Yowza, 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 on Buddha Records.
Okay, okay. You talking about
Chic, the the
friends of mine.
the
Yeah.
featured conversation on this show, Funk
Mm-hmm.
Talk Theater. And I see we're gonna have to do part two. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about, man. Before there was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, before there was Babyface and L.L. Reid, there was two
Mm-hmm.
people, man, that came into a groove with violins. They were
Uh-huh.
unique. They brought Diana Ross out in a very unique way. They brought man, but here's what gave me a nervous breakdown with these two gentlemen. When they did something with Sister Sledge, he's the greatest dancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, it got that chic vibe to it. 'Cause I never forget. I got emotional when I heard Michael Jackson with that rock. I said, I want to rock with you. I said, that sounds like Heat
Yeah.
Wave. And
It
then I
was.
said,
Yeah.
that's Rod Temperton. Cause I got an ear like
Yeah.
that. I got an ear like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
then when I heard he's the greatest dancer, I said that sounds like Nile Rodgers from Chic. And then when I looked at the
Uh-huh.
album, it said
Mm-hmm.
Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards, and these are friends of
Yeah.
y'all. Please talk about these beautiful gentlemen, please, sir.
I definitely will. And you mentioned I think one of the greatest songwriters there was Rod Temperton. You
Yes.
know, uh, yeah, because off the lead title track off that album, Off the Wall, that whole thing was Heat Wave.
That was all
That
Heat Wave. That
whole
was all Heat
that
Wave. That
that
whole
was
that whole
yeah.
album was Heat Wave.
And I don't call it this way. It was produced well. I'll call it it was and that was
A
it was produced
masterpiece.
well.
Rod
Yeah,
Temperton, he went another level with Michael.
yeah, yep. Even though some people may disagree with me,
Oh,
I
I
always
know.
tell
I don't. I'm totally with you.
I, yeah, I will say that I said that album
Yeah.
to me was far better than Thriller, and
No,
I'm not talking
no,
record
hold on.
sales.
Wait a minute. No, no.
I'm not talking
Wait a
about
minute.
record
Let
sales.
me. I'm interrupt you because you're making sense. No, it was better. No, hold on. Let me explain why you said what you said.
Uh huh.
That Off the Wall album, it was like theater. The songs,
Yeah.
see, Thriller was good, but that doggone Off the Wall was very unique.
Mhm.
It had a
Yeah.
unique, the music on there, the way it was produced, the sound, and nobody never heard a sound like that before either at that time.
Yeah.
It was
No, they took chances. I call it that way.
huh?
They took real chances. They took real
Yeah, man,
chances.
because if you
Yeah.
driving in the car in 1979 and
Mm-hmm.
hear that, like, don't stop till you get in, and then you don't know that's Michael Jackson.
Mm-mm.
And then that violin, because don't forget, me and you, we never heard Michael like that before.
No, well, see that. Well, you and I both know that.
No, but that's what
But
I'm saying. That's why I'm doing this
yeah.
show. I said me and you. See,
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking. This show is for us, young. I'm trying to tell. I told you this show was for us. So we
Yeah.
ain't got to explain when you and I talking to each other. See, people gonna learn what
Yeah.
we're talking about. When people listen to this show, they're gonna learn what we're talking about because you and I ain't never
Yeah.
met. We're
Yeah.
strangers, but we got the same flashback. That's why it's
Yeah.
called Funk Lounge Talk Theater
Yeah.
for people with common ground.
Yeah.
So that's my
Because
point of what I'm saying, my
yeah.
brother.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Yeah.
see, don't forget me and you know Michael Jackson. He did the Wiz. Don't forget he had a slump. Michael wasn't that whole they wasn't doing too good for a minute, So he went and did
No.
other little stuff. But when he did that doggone Off the Wall album, that was a whole nother level.
A whole nother level. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Destiny album that they self-produced was pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna knock it.
yes, sir, I agree.
It was pretty good.
Yes, sir.
And 'cause when Don't Stop Till You Getting Up came out, someone said, "Dan, you gotta listen to this new track by Michael." I said, "What are you talking about?" They said, and I said he's singing in a falsetto. I said, "A falsetto? What do you mean?" They said, "You know that song, You Push Me Away, where
Yes,
he
yep.
sings, yeah." I said, "Yeah, but he does that throughout the whole entire song," and I couldn't picture it, And then when I heard that opening, and
Yeah,
I was like, "That,
me too. Yep, I remember. Yep.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah,"
I know.
you know.
Yes, Dan. Yep, I know what you're feeling. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and then like you said, then the next tune on that album, if you know the album,
That's
like by heart.
that's when I got nervous. That rock with you. I said,
Yeah.
wait a minute now. I got
Yeah.
and turn this mother out.
Yeah,
Total heat wave.
yeah, that's it. And then they threw Brother Johnson's feel on there with
Get on the dance
Get
floor.
on the Floor.
Get on the
Get on
floor.
the Floor.
Lewis Johnson on bass.
Yep. And I was
Burden,
like,
bird,
"Man."
bird,
Yeah.
bird. I said,
Yeah.
Too much.
Yep.
Too much.
And yeah, and so like I said, I'm not talking about records. I'm just talking about what it was. That's just my personal on that one as far as that goes. Yeah, man. But we definitely got to talk about Chic. Yeah, because let truth be told, that I personally knew one of the members, Bernard. I personally knew him and everything. His son was part of After Six for a hot minute, actually. Believe it or not. Yeah. Yep. Well, his oldest son was
Burnt.
part
Let
of it.
me tell you
Yep.
about. Okay, you got Nile Rodgers, but let me say this is gonna have to be part two. But let me say this about Mr. Edwards, man.
Uh,
Soup for one,
hmm
Forbidden Lover. He has a style about him that I
hmm
love his voice.
hmm
I love the way he has like it's like a jazz funk thing. And let me tell you
hmm
something. When he plays bass on I Want Your Love, I
hmm
get emotional, bro, because he does this dun dun
Oh,
dun dun and then it's like
yeah,
dun 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 dun
yeah,
dun and then he
yeah,
goes dun 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 then he goes doom doom doom
yeah,
woo. I'm like
yeah, uh,
He like it's like he plays it like a violin.
yeah. Well, you know what, bro? You need to ask my partner Doug. I think he still has the mix of it. We were allowed to redo that song. I want your love.
No, don't tell me that.
Yes, we were,
Oh, I'm about to
and we
start crying. I'm
funked
about
it.
to get
But
emotional
hold on,
now.
hold on, hold
Be
on,
careful, bro.
hold on. We funkied it up. I'll tell you that much. I'll let you say it that way. We funkied it up
Oh
and
no.
everything. Yes, we
I can
did.
imagine what y'all did with that, man.
Yeah, and then ask Mr. Doug about it. We funkied it up, and it was a cool tune, and that's what really caught his attention. When he told me one day he saw me, and we going through you go through that low ebb or whatever. So I don't think I'm gonna continue doing it. And he just said, Dan, don't ever stop playing, man. And I looked at him, and coming from at that point, he was a veteran. He was a veteran at that point, you know. And
You
for
talking
a
about
veteran,
Bernard?
yeah, Bernard,
Yeah,
for him to say to me, "Don't ever stop playing."
and what band was he with? What band was he with in the early '70s?
In the early '70s, he was the Apple Band.
Remember New York
Uh,
City? I'm doing fine, fine. That's him on bass.
mm-hmm, yep. Mm-hmm.
Cause
And
they sound like the Spinners, New
yeah,
York.
and he was doing and they were doing a lot of cover tunes, and then when they did, but then when they had that whole chic organization started to build, they had that group change for and and I didn't know, but then later down the line, found out because uh his wife shared the same hairdresser as as um as Bernard's mom and wife shared the same hairdresser as Luther's mom because they were that close, and so and everything. And again,
So wait
and
a
then
minute now. They had
I
something.
started putting it all together.
They had something to do with change.
Yeah, are you kidding me? Yeah, that was the whole that whole organization. Not which way that part. Good time. We are for a good time. You know who threw that hookup in there?
Oh,
That was Luther that threw that hookup in there.
okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so they were all Fonzie, all of them. They
Yeah,
were all they
Fonzie Thornton.
yep, they were all together. Because if you look at some of the old clips of Sesame Street, you'll see Luther and Fonzie on Sesame Street.
Oh, yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep. And
Yep, so
Luther was with David Bowie too.
yep. So they were all up in that and everything. And they were
Okay. Now with the new change, like the Heaven of My Life and On Top, that was produced in Italy, correct?
uh-huh.
But still, that was part of. Were they still part of the Chic organization?
No, at that time, no, because
Because
remember Bernard Prince.
that's when Krabby was with him.
Yeah, but remember that's when also they broke out a little bit because Bernard started his own thing with Power Station
Right,
and
with
everything.
Duran and
Yeah,
them.
and then that's Duran came out of Power. Well, it didn't come out of Power Station, but that was all connected and everything.
Tony Thompson on
Yep,
drums,
yep,
and Robert Plant lead vocals.
yep. And then later, Robert Plant got an album out of that. You
Right.
know, yep. hmm
Wow. So that organization, my goodness, man. That
hmm
whole they how come they don't get noted? You know what? I get so mad when being a person of color. It's like when we do something, it don't matter, man. It's like, but dog it.
But
Oh,
you got like I said, living in America, man. They're think about
oh.
their first full LP. That was two white women on it.
Yeah. But the cherry.
Yeah, and you know why they did that?
Yeah, I know. Right, I know. Yeah, it was like back in the
Okay,
'50s. It was like back in the '50s.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
like
back in
that,
yeah. They
like
didn't want to let people know they were
yeah,
black.
yeah, like that movie Robert Townsend did, The Five Heartbeats.
Yeah. Same,
Yeah,
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Same. And so I was like, man, that was kind of based on real life experiences from groups back in the day that he built the comedy drama on.
Oh,
And it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and you know that still goes on. Like I said, I don't like I said, I don't knock people who
But you
come
know
out.
what? Now, see, here's when. Okay, hold it. This is when it gets deep.
Uh,
That's why hip hop, even the thug life, it has its place because the new white kid, see, these new white kids don't see their hip hop introduced them into another kind of niggerism where they don't see what their parents like. This, okay, the new white kid now they think like hoods. They have like hood thoughts. The new white
right.
kid don't have the same issues their parents have.
Mm-mm.
So they and these new white kids they don't want to hear nothing about no prejudice because they come up different
Mm-hmm.
because they're totally in the black vibe and
But then
they're not even trying. They just the music they came up. They are a victim of the music, mind,
yeah, I mean
body, and soul, and what they hear.
yeah, I mean it's almost like what's that?
Mm.
Now when I say this, you know what I'm saying, all right?
Mm-hmm.
For you and I, a pizza was was not the same on every block.
Right.
You know, because you had pizzerias. You didn't have these Domino's,
That's right. No,
Papas,
you
and
have
all that
real.
other kind of mess.
When I hey, let me tell you something. When I came south and saw a black guy making pizza, I didn't go in there.
Uh huh.
Because I was used to
Yeah.
Italians doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
But you
When
know,
I saw a
but
black guy
then
making pizza, I never forget. When I
right.
moved down south at
Yeah.
19 with my mom, because my mom's a booking agent. She used to book Lattimore, Joe Tex, the Barcades, all them
Right.
people.
Uh huh.
But when I came down south and saw a black guy making pizza, I didn't want to go to that place. Because I came from I came up in New York with Italian people.
Yeah. And like I'd be like, yo, I'm like, cause when I moved down to DC, said, but then how you like DC? I said, and you know, Uncle, I was honest. I said, for a city, it's pretty slow. And they looked at me like I was crazy.
Right.
I said, yeah. I said, yeah, for a city, it's pretty. I said, I'm not down. I said, but for a city, it's pretty slow.
Right.
They said,
Yep.
where you from? I said, Connecticut. They said, Connecticut. I said, yeah, but I said, I'm like 20 minutes outside of New York City.
Right.
You know, so you know that was my partying at Silver
But see,
Shadow,
people don't know about
Roxy, and all
Connecticut.
that.
People don't know about Connecticut. Connecticut, like Hackensack, that was a happening
Uh,
town. They had clubs,
yeah,
man, and
yep,
Connecticut. A lot of performers came to Connecticut too. Man,
mm-hmm,
Connecticut is really an underrated
mm-hmm,
place, bro.
yeah. And then you had the right across the bridge. We had a Port Chester, and what was it? Port Herman's, I think, was in Port Chester that
Mm.
we used to go to, and
Mm.
everything. So, you know, but you know, but you know, all I'm saying is with that is that when you mention about the what the white kids see is because when the only thing you fed is hamburger, you don't know steak.
Right.
So, well, you know, and I even go back in the day when black groups becoming more and more popular. When you saw James Brown, and with a wide audience, you saw, and I give him his props where props is due. Ray Charles, I give him much props. You know, I know how foundational he was with the movement of taking music out of the church, you know, not being blasphemous. So I say taking music out of the church and then turning it into a mainstream thing.
Mm.
And then when you had like the Temps and basically the whole Motown Review and even Tina Turner, you know, with white audiences, and I didn't know, and I'll let you go. I didn't know that and it's another story when what's his name? Come on, Dan. You send me, darling,
Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke. I didn't know that when he was going to perform on the American Bandstand, they had to call in the National Guard.
The women went
But
crazy.
yeah, because they were fear of the Klansmen coming to bomb the studio
Yes.
because because what you mentioned, white folks were attracted
Yes.
to that,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
and with hip hop, like I said, that revolving door, excuse me, rock and roll. People say rock and roll is not black. I said, man, you gotta learn your history. Rock and roll, R&B, which they call it pop now, but I'll leave that alone.
Mm.
And then and then you got into hip hop and everything. And I said, first time I saw a commercial, a white person on a commercial trying to rap, I said, oh, it's over. That was back in the day. I said, it's over.
Mm.
They didn't found it. They didn't found out about it.
Mm-hmm.
They going. I said, watch.
That's
watch.
it. And that's
and
it.
I just watch it happen.
That's
and
it.
That's it.
That's it.
And you just watch it happen.
That's
and
it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
You know.
anything we do, and if it's really, really good, we ain't gonna have it too long.
Nope.
Because we are the drum. We are the damn
Yeah.
drum. period.
Yep.
And a lot of
Yep.
people give us props for that. I mean,
Mm,
people don't go. People don't. A lot of people don't go. Oh, you're lying. They go. Good point. Anybody in their right mind that know what time it is without the watch, they would go. No, valid point. Because
mm,
even the Rolling Stones, and I love Keith Richards. Keith Richards is the Bible. Keith
uh,
Richards, oh, I don't give a damn, you bloody fuck. No, man, they come for black people.
mm,
He's just
yeah.
uncut like that, man. And
Mm.
see, every culture has their thing. See,
Oh yeah.
yeah, we just happen to have music and fried chicken.
Yeah.
We're good at that, and fish, some
Mm.
grits and chitlins. We
Yeah.
good at that. But
Mm.
but
But
bro,
but but let me. I know, like you got to go. Let me ask you one question.
mm,
If you haven't been down that way, I say we got to make a trip. Uh, if you ever go down to New Orleans and just go and forget about Bourbon Street, but just go down in that area of the bayou, and you go to a real club, you're gonna see some. They black. You're gonna see some phenomenal musicians that are just basically a hidden gems. I mean, and
mm,
you'd be like, and you listen to it, man. Say, how in the world did they play that? You know, and everything. And that's all you can say is, how in the world did they play that? And you know, it's just them. So how in the world did they play that? You
well,
know,
kind
it's
sir,
like,
let me tell you something, man.
mm,
In this beautiful conversation, I want to do another one, and I'll let you know when I'm gonna get
all right,
another date. And I
okay,
just want to say, man, you are, but man, you and Doug are logical gems. I appreciate your words.
mm,
I have a show like this for people like yourself
mm,
because people don't really hear this kind of conversation all the time. We live in everybody got a podcast, man. Everybody got a everybody got a show. So what I try
mm,
to do in the world where everybody's doing it, I try to be a
mm,
little bit different and just give people a conversation that is not really out there. And that conversation out there is what we were before the flip of music, what we were. That's my mission. That's my job to tell
mm,
you. Cause I'm around a lot of young people too. I work around
mm,
colleges. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be around young people who are 18 and over and they have inquiring minds. They want to know some things. When I see these young
mm,
people wear vintage T-shirts like Bob Marley, John Lennon, Jim
mm,
Morrison, the
yeah,
Beatles,
mm-hmm,
Sly Stone, I say,
mm-hmm,
okay, you're wearing that shirt. What's the story? And they tell me. And I
mm-hmm,
said, man, and I said, where you get that from? They say, my parents. I said, tell your parents I said hello. Tell them thank you.
yeah,
Because to have that in their musical digest is
mm-hmm,
beautiful, man. Because to come up in that shake booty, nigga, 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 bounce, 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 gun, 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 nigga, nigga, I'll drop you, yeah, 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 nigga, 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 boom, 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 boom. That stuff is mentally insane.
mm-hmm,
And that's why, as a culture, we have musical mental illness because we're out
yeah,
of our natural homemade minds. You wake up smoking blunts, you go to bed smoking blunts. There's a nation of young people out here that don't have no purpose. They just smoke blunts all day, listen to boom, 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 yeah, nigga, 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 yeah,
mm-hmm,
yeah, yeah, boom, boom. And then if you play violins, they look like a deer caught in the doggone headlights.
mm-hmm.
So
They're
we
like,
got to
you know,
flip this script. That's what I'm saying. I'm tired of saying what somebody need to do. No, damn it, I'm going to do it. So with the Funk Lounge Talk Theater, when I come to people's towns and cities, I'm going to be working with dysfunctional, jacked up young black kids. I'm going to
mm-hmm,
show them a violin, a tambourine, a drum, a bass, a flute.
mm-hmm,
Show them a
yeah,
accordion. I'm sorry, an accordion. I said embarrassing. An, I'm,
mm-hmm,
I'm a show instrument. You said something at the top of the show that was beautiful. You said when you took the instrument home, you said you signed out the instruments. I'm gonna bring some of them days back. Some people
mm-hmm,
laugh at me because I got a Walkman. Keep laughing. Some people laugh at me because I got my cassette player. I said keep
mm-hmm,
laughing. But now they don't laugh no more because now they want one. Cause albums done
mm-hmm,
came back now. Everybody want a turntable now. So since the
yeah,
album is coming back, the 33 is coming back, let me give you the story behind what y'all got right now. Cause you're just not gonna hold
mm-hmm,
the album or hold a cassette and not get a story behind it. There's a story behind the album. There's a story behind the LP. When you see the Hal Melvin and the Blue Notes with them suits on them
mm-hmm,
albums, there's a story behind
yeah,
that. When you see them brothers with
Yep.
them jumpsuits with the afro, nah, there's a
Mhm.
culture, there's a story behind that. It ain't just an afro and
Yep.
a joke and platform shoes.
Mhm.
No, there's a
Yep.
huge, and they've been musically ripped off too. They've been culturally,
Oh yeah.
they've been ripped off musically. They've been hurt, broken, had to end up back at their mama's house, back in the basement.
Mhm. Yeah.
So we're gonna cover in black culture, my brother, for everybody, because I got a lot of young white friends, man, East
Mhm.
Indians, people of different colors. They want to know
Mhm.
about life before hip hop, and they're 18 and over. They want to know some
Mhm.
things, and I'm the guy to do it. You're the guy to
Mhm.
do it. Doug Ramsey's the guy to do it, man. We're gonna tell them how
Mhm.
we came up because we have a life. You have a life in music that needs to be shared. Talk about it. It's valuable
I
right
hear you.
now. Doug Ramsey has a life. Talk about it, man, because
Yep.
it's a beautiful life to talk about because we had fun. We remember when there was no violence. Went to clubs with suits on. We danced and came back safe. Went to White Castle, had hamburgers and stuff.
Mhm.
They need to know about that life, man, because now, man, we're living in Negro insanity. When I go to Atlanta, I cry every time because that was my place once upon a time. And when I go back and see the outcome of what I left, yeah, I
Mhm.
get emotional because I have history there. I have history in Atlanta. So when I go back and see what happened musically, I go through depression because I knew it was going to happen. I saw the beginning of it. I saw the beginning of it. And when I come back and see the outcome, I get very emotional. I feel like Charlton Heston in the Planet of the Apes when he saw the Statue of Liberty in the ground. That's just how I feel when I go back to Atlanta.
I hear you, man.
I feel like
Yeah.
Burgess Meredith in a Twilight Zone episode, bro. That's how I feel when
Mhm.
I'm in Atlanta. It's the most. And see, I,
Mhm.
I don't cover stuff. I don't try to make people feel good. No, I talk about my life and what happened because I came up in the music industry and I saw and you saw it too. Me and you, Doug,
Mhm.
and some more of us out there. We came up. Don't forget, we 62 years old. We in the industry. We saw what happened. We
Mhm.
saw it. But like you said, it's about the money. But now the money done played out now. Now P Diddy, now they didn't took away R. Kelly, took away P. Diddy. Now
Mhm.
now we on a reload. Now see now we on a
Yeah.
reload because P. Diddy's the last one. Because they done took away everybody else. P. Diddy was the last one.
Yeah. Yeah. That right there.
Right.
I'll put it. I'll put it this way. After nine, here's my thing, and I'll leave it alone.
Yeah.
After 9/11,
Mm.
and for those who want to listen to this, let me give you a reminder.
Go ahead.
There are cameras. There are cameras everywhere.
Go ahead, brother.
And not saying what you did was right or you should have done what you did. I'm not saying that. But as a friendly reminder, there are cameras everywhere.
After
And
9/11.
so
After 9/11. Yeah.
after
Yeah.
9/11,
Yep. Yep.
so
Yep. Yep.
so
Yep. Yep.
you
Big
can
big
forget.
big brother's watching like a big dog, bruh.
Yep. So you want to forget that and everything, and then it's years later it comes back to bite you in the butt. Because that's what I think I said. Well, that was a while ago, and so the hotel said, "No, what? We got some money here. We're gonna hold on to this. We're gonna hold on to this tape and everything." Because normally those tapes are, you know, how they recycle and then re-record over themselves. But with that tape, they said we got. I'll call it what it is. We got some money here, and I'm pretty sure that footage got sold to somebody, and someone made a dollar. I mean, you know, in regards to it, because it was news. But anyway, fooling is money soon part. All I'm gonna say. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so
Well,
sorry, you know.
well, brother, let me tell you something. This is Mr. Doug McCollum. I'm sorry, Dan
Uh,
McCollum. My fault.
Dan McCollum. That's
Dan
all right.
McCollum. My brother,
Uh,
you have been a listening conversation treat. And
yeah,
thank you so much for coming to the Funk
yep,
Lounge Talk Theater. We're definitely going to
yep,
have you come back because we got to talk about more about Chic. We got to talk about
yep.
some music, and
Mm-hmm,
and I hope with this wonderful conversation that we are having, I hope that
mm-hmm,
whoever listens to this, whoever listens, I hope you get something out of this. Just something,
yeah, yeah.
stimulating good talk, and also too, we're gonna eventually. I hope this brother is nice enough to have us listen to some of his music one day and hear what this guy's doing. Cause like I said, I want some good music to come out of this. I want to give people new kind of music, man. So whatever this guy got, and if he wants to share the music, I want to play some of it, man. So we know what's about to happen. So when he performs at the live show, you heard his stuff before he get there. Cause see, I want to promote everything in house. So
I hear you, man.
you're right, because I'm trying to do our thing. So when people listen to
Mm-hmm,
what you have here, when we do the live
mm-hmm,
show, you do it live and make it better than what they heard. So that's the purpose of this show. And like I said, I want people to hear me on this. I'm putting together a program, especially in the South. I'm going to be back in the South in a couple of months. I'm going to be on the outskirts of Georgia because I'm moving my stuff down that way because I got a lot of stuff.
All right.
I got a lot of stuff happening in North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
DC area, and I just want to be down that way at my age right now because I got a lot of stuff happening. I'm going to be doing stuff in Denver now and then, but I'm going to move my operations south in a couple of months because I just have to because things is happening down there the way I want. And
Right.
I'm tell all you professional women, and you know who you are, you know where you work. I said professional women, you know who you are. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but all you professional women, if you have young sons between 12 and 18, and you want to give them something to do, give them to me. And I'll let you know more about that as we go along with this show. I'll let you know how I'm going to get this concept going. But the thing is, I want to get young black boys between 12 and 18 and take them out of what they're into. I want to show them other
Mm-hmm.
things. I want to show them another way. I want to just I want to bring some old school to them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a guy. I want to see women. A lot of you are single and you're looking for a man, and some of you have been looking for a man for a very long time. Okay? And you ain't found him yet. And all that time you're looking for that man, your son is manless. He needs a man too. He needs
Mm-hmm.
a man too. And not some Negro sagging, talking that, yo, dude, here's how you know. We're not going to talk like that. We're going to say, young man, come here for a minute. I'm articulate. I'm listening to this beautiful,
Yep.
thought provoking, nice, stimulating conversation without
Yep.
me. I'm not speaking in ebonics. Okay? We're
There
not
you
going to do
go.
that right
And,
now. We're not going to do that right
and the
now.
key. Yep. And the key thing is that what are they bringing to the table?
Right.
There you go.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So all you women, I want you to listen to my words, and I'm gonna give you my hookup, my concept, my number. And when I come that way, I want you to bring me your kids. And I'm not taking all your boys. I want to see what they look like. I want to see what their attitude is. If I like them, welcome to what I'm doing. If they got an
Mm-hmm.
attitude, next, because they're not my kids. I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm offering my services. And the young man is going to have to want. I got to feel his energy. I got to feel his vibe. And I got to feel his connection. Because I'm very good on feeling energies and vibes and frequencies. That's why they call me the funk
Mm-hmm.
prophet. I'm a genius at this. Okay?
All
So
right, my brother.
so if you got a cool son, and then we deal with I got women for the girls, but I'm not concerned about that now because I'm not a woman. I'm talking about young boys. Young boys
Mm-hmm.
need somebody they can talk to. They need somebody they can
Mm-hmm.
cry to. Somebody they don't have to front. Somebody they can be real with. A lot of young men are living in prison because they got words within them they're scared to get out because they don't want to be told that they're weak and they all that. If they want to break down, have a nervous breakdown and cry, they don't want to be called a sucker or a punk. So what they do, they
Mm-hmm.
hold the anger and the drama within. Okay,
Yeah.
and once they hold all that within, they become a nutcase and they do
Mm-hmm.
harmful things to those around
Yeah.
them and themselves. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why it's very important, this program I'm doing for young black guys, to get it together. And what I'm inspired to do this because I've always been concerned about us, always, and I've always
Mm-hmm.
watched. Well, I watch the music. I'm deep. I watch things. I look at things. I look at things, and I see. I see what has happened in the last 30 years. I seen what certain kind of music have done to people, and
Oh yeah.
I seen what the lack of too. I seen the lack of, and man, we are in a musical a genocide. We're in a black
Mm-hmm.
musical genocide crisis because the
Mm-hmm.
tunes, the beats, the lyrics have really took us to another place of niggified, hellified oblivia in its purest form. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and they stuck there and can't get out, and they're becoming criminals for no reason. Why'd you do that? I don't know. I just do what I do. Well, Negro, you shouldn't do what you do. You need home training. You need a man in your life. And pull your damn pants up when I'm talking to you. That's what
Mm-hmm.
that's what they need, bro.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Well, some of them don't get it.
You know.
Say, well, if they can't accept me if they can't accept me for who I am, then later for them. No, the thing is that later they saying later for you, and you going to be the one at the end of the freeway or off the off ramp with a sign up, help a brother out
That
because you want to keep, you want to do you. I'm
right,
trying.
right, right.
Hey, that's reality, man. I like that. I'm not gonna, that's reality, man. I'm like I said, you see when you see the train coming, You can't ignore it because it's coming, as they say.
It's coming. That train gonna come, and you
Yep.
see it coming too. You can't ignore that train.
Mm-hmm.
Choo choo, choo choo on that engine number 9, bruh.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Man, you are a conversation treat. Doug McCollum. I'm sorry. Hello, me and this DD.
Dan,
Dan McCollum, for
that's
crying
okay.
out loud. Dan.
I tell you now, we're like brothers, and we are a lot alike. I'll tell you that right
That's
now.
why I said that, because you all remind me so much of each other, man. So thank you for
Uh-huh.
understanding, right? But
Yeah.
Dan,
Yeah.
you are a treat. Thank you so much for coming to Funk Lounge Talk Theater, and we're going
Oh,
to do a
oh,
part two. And I'll let
anytime. My pleasure.
and I'll
And we
let you
will
know when
definitely
it's
talk
posted.
about sheep.
Oh man, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I look forward to it.
All right, brother. You
All
take
righty.
care now.
All right. Be good.
You
All right, man.
too. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Yep. Bye.
Bye bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was great, man. We kind of went over, but that's what happens when you have thought-provoking, stimulating conversation. This has been great. This has been dynamite for me, and I'm looking forward to this show growing. And like I said, ladies, give me your boys. I want, and I want some young white kids too. I'm not just for black kids. I'm for young men. I mean, whoever. I mean, cause my little young white kids need some help too. There's a lot of, so biracial, whatever the case. I'm just gonna be real. But if you got like a young boy that's going crazy, give him to me. If I can deal with his crazy, now if he's really crazy, take him to a therapist. I ain't got time to deal with that bullshit, okay? But if he's a young man that's like crazy for no reason, and he's crazy because he don't know why, but the crazy is like animated crazy, it's not real crazy. He's crazy because he's bored, because there's nothing to do. I can help that. But if he has mental issues, I ain't nothing I can do with that. You got to take him somewhere. That's when you got to go to the proper places to seek help for him. But if he's somebody that I can deal with, that all he needs is a good conversation to be around some cool guys, bring him to me. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna see Dan. I mean, this brother we just finished talking to, he's gonna be a mentor. We're gonna have Doug Ramsey. We got some good guys on the team. So I specialize in men. Grown men, man, heterosexual men. Because we living in the time now, man. This is a different time right now. So this is for the men, heterosexual straight men, man. Because we living in a gay world right now, and it's a different world right now, and you don't have to, but you got to accept what's happening. I'm just saying, I just want to do me. Be you, gay men, homosexuals, whatever, have a blast. Hey, baby, do you? I'll be there to visit you. Have my food ready. When I come to some of you, my gay friends' houses, just have my dinner ready. Take care of me. Give me my champagne. Give me my weed, and we good. Okay. Okay. But give me my chicken. Nah, man, but I didn't want to mix being a role model and weed at the same time. So forget, I was just being a comedian. Bam, bam. I'm trying to be a role model for young black guys. I'm talking about weed, so I don't want to mess people up. Have a sense of humor, okay? Please, thank you. Anyway, don't forget, I used to be a comedian. Look me up, Rex Cofunk Garvin, so I have a backstory in the background about me. But yeah, man, this is a unique time in life, and we're gonna do something just for young people, man. We're gonna give them an alternative: music, fun, laughter, guidance, relating, understanding, and conversation. Because a lot of young people need somebody they can talk to. And I'm gonna do soon, when I get settled, I'm gonna do a call in too, where young people can call in and ask questions about music and say what they're going through. Because we are living in a time right now of mental illness. And a lot of young people are going through a whole lot of stuff. They're going through an identity crisis, family crisis, personal crisis, different kinds of crisis. And all they need is somebody to listen to them, understand them, and talk to them. And I learned so much about that just being around young people around the college where I work at, man. And they tell me what I mean to them. That means so much to me when young people tell me thank you. And that really makes my day when they say thank you. And wow, that's nice. This is yours truly. This is the Rex. This is Funk Lounge Talk Theater. Thank you to my special guest, Mr. Don McCollum. We were going to talk about chic, but we're going to talk about chic at another time because the conversation, that's what it's meant for. Sometimes the conversation can take another turn. But that's why we do what we do. Until next time, peace.